Okay, I realize students that are using trial and error factors, you're probably getting it after one or two, possibly three tries, but you will get it. These are small numbers. They're generally easy to come up with. I want to go over the AC rule with you, and maybe I should write this over here. The problem I have with the AC rule, I'm going to be honest with you, is sometimes the numbers are kind of, sketchy. So what I mean by that is the A here is 36, and then you get minus 35. So that's the AC, by the way. All right, so I'm going to claim over here, the other problems, they weren't that bad, like 20 times 6, 120. But now you're getting to the realm where the AC is going to be a pretty large number. All right, but I'll get to it. So what I would say over there is, I'm not saying it's bad to go there. What I'm saying is, let's just give this a try. So in other words, when you're looking at this, just try to be reasonable. And someone says, what do you mean reasonable? I'm looking for a small number. Now, by the way, I wouldn't say 36 and 1. Although 1 is small, 36 is large. I'm looking for something a little bit more reasonable. I'm not saying it's right, though. What I'm saying is maybe 6x and another 6x. By the way, another good possibility would be like, maybe 9x and 4x. Now, I'm looking at the 35 in the end, and I'm going to say, looking at 35, I would not choose 35 and 1. I'm going to try 7 and 5, by the way. Now, by the way, someone says, where do you put them? It doesn't matter. You're just trying. So now what I'm going to do, oh, this looks like a tough one. So I'm going to say over here, 6x times 6x, definitely 36x squared. 7 times 5 is definitely 35. You notice I'm not even looking at the signs yet. Now I want to see if I get that number in the middle, which is 12. And I notice that the product has to be negative at the end. So one of those numbers has to be negative. So I'm going to do this over here. And then I'm going to try. If I'm wrong, I'll at least have some idea why I'm wrong. Right? What do you get over here? 36x squared minus 30x plus 42x minus 35. Bingo, it worked. Now you might say that's just by luck. Not really. It's because I tried. All right? Not because it's lucky. I tried. And I thought about small numbers that might accomplish that. Now, granted, someone says, what if it didn't work? What do you do? You'll be more knowledgeable, right? Like, let's say you use the wrong signs or something. You'll be more knowledgeable by trying over time, all right? But I'm going to say this is an answer. Nothing wrong with that. But I do want to go the AC rule. And again, I want to claim to you that I don't think it's a good idea in a problem like this over here. I think trying is a better, more effective technique. But what do I got to do? And let me write this down. So let's see. Well, the AC in this case over here, again, just to cut to the chase, minus 1260. This is my problem. It's a huge number for most people. I have to find two numbers that multiply to 1260, and those same two numbers add up to 12. All right? So here comes my problem. I got to do it. And someone says, that looks difficult, but it shouldn't be that bad because I'll be honest with you, if you're looking at the 12, they differ by 12. All right? They differ by 12. What I want to point out over here is that, looking at, I'm not saying it's easy, 42 minus 30. I'll put this over here. 42 and a minus 30. I'll go through that with you, though. 42 minus 30. Now, 42 minus 30 definitely differ by 12, and 42 times minus 30 is 1260. Let me go through that with you. It's easy, all right? In hindsight, it's easy. Then what? And again, these are kind of huge numbers, all right? So what do you do over here? You must break up the internal term into two separate terms. What two separate terms? 42 and minus 30. So 12x must be broken up into those two terms. 42x minus 30x is 12x. However, you could also write down 30x plus 42. I think we've done this a number of times, but let me just review that with you. What do? Factor by grouping. Well, the first one, 6x comes out from the first two terms, and minus 5 comes out from the last two terms. What do you do then? Factor that. You get 6x plus 7, 6x minus 5. What do you do for the second choice over there? Well, in the first two terms, 6x would factor out. In the last two terms, a 7 would factor out. What are you left off with? Well, 6x minus 5 pulls out, then you're left off with 6x plus 7. The deal here is, though, you're always going to be remain with these two factors, 6x plus 7, 6x minus 5. 6x plus 7, 6x minus 5. No matter what you do, AC rule, trial and error are all going to lead to the same spot. I recommend trial and error, though, because I believe it's easier. However, like I always say, if you're struggling with what I'm saying to do, you may want to really seriously consider the AC rule. All right, let me just point out, I know it's been a while since I mentioned to you, my name is Ron Bannon. My email address is B as in boy, the @ symbol, NNON.US. All right? And if you need to reach me, yeah, email's not a bad way to go. If I'm overwhelmed, you're probably not going to hear back from me. But if I'm not overwhelmed, you'll hear back from me. All right? Thank you.